Helps if you actually turn your microphone around to start talking into it. Hey everybody, welcome to our second episode of the day. It's episode 3 of our F1 2018 career. We've done the Bahrain race earlier today, so just messing around with my cables, and we're about to head off and go to China. So let's do it. Hope you are all still having a fantastic Saturday. Or Friday night, depending on where you are. I guess it's still Friday at some places. And I'm having a pretty good day. I'm enjoying this game thus far. It was surprisingly competitive. I've got a sneaky suspicion that if we go to a team higher up than Toro Rosso, so even if we were head to Red Bull, maybe even if you think of like the fourth best teams, if you think of, you know, even like Renault or something like that, that we'd be right in it with a shout. Which is nice, but not particularly accurate. So we might have to consider upping the difficulty level above 100 and trying that out. We're up to 1,700 points. That's good. And our reputation is going really well. Turn on my on-air sign. So they got a preference for showmanship, but I'm more of a sportsman.
Great work. That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up.
I'll do my best. My drink bottle's leaking a little bit. Sorry.
You hit your last team goal. Well done. That should get the team a nice boost to their development, and it won't hurt when it comes to your next contract review either.
I wonder when we do the first one of those. Let's go. Now, I know the first of those Chinese characters is a relax. I wasn't sure what the second one was. I know that through Japanese rather than through Chinese. I'm not sure what the second one is. Anyway. Just a tidbit.
I know we were expecting some new developments this weekend, but some of them have failed quality control.
Oh no!
Make sure you indicate what you'd like redeveloped via the workstation.
Oh, that's garbage. The very first one that we've done. And the other thing we're going to do is another gearbox durability. Leaves us
What do you think of this one?
still leaves us with 900 points. That's 500, and doing a quality control upgrade is also 500. I reckon we might launch this. Well, I think we might develop the car till like it's maybe like halfway through the season or something like that, and then we'll start hoarding our points for the end of season when we do get the rule changes and stuff like that. And before the week ends out, we're going to buy one of these quality control upgrades, or well, say that's 1,000 points for efficiency. Yeah. Anyway. See, we even bought one of these quality control ones and it still failed. Damn. How are our parts looking now? So I've done 2 races. The ice, 30%. What do we got? 3 for the season. MG UK and Energy Store we only have 2. We've done 2 races, 20. Yeah, we're going to be taking penalties in the back end of the year, that's for sure. Gearbox wise, the event gearbox is already at 37% wear through 2 races. Yeah. No worries. That's fine. So hang on, tutorial for. That's fine. Don't need that. Can you take a look at the attached goal information? 400 points for qualifying 15th or better. Preview. Race and qualifying are both dry. Okay, that's good. Practice. So I think our Bahrain setup might go pretty well here, but we might take another layer of wing off it so we've got, or maybe even two, and we'll see how that works out for us. I like the fact I can play those now because it looks like I'm not getting copyright struck for them, so...
This weekend sees us arrive in Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix. First up is today's practice session. So Anthony, lots to do of course in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough with the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
Okay then, we've fitted some new parts for this session. Hopefully they'll help you squeeze a bit more pace from the car.
Probably not. Alright, so... load our Bahrain setup. And I think what we'll do is... that. I don't want to take too much wing off it. Turn nose down a little bit. I thought the setup that we had for Bahrain was pretty good. Got a couple of really long corners at this track. Might just lower that a little bit. I don't have much problem with the back of the car going on me. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of that just to take the load off the just to reduce a bit of understeer. We'll save that. I'm just going to rename this Australia. Okay. Actually, we want that screen.
Okay, we'll alter the setup of the car.
Dry practice. It's going to rain at the end of FP2. Dry FP3 and race. So it's just FP2 we have to worry about. That's right. Track acclimatization. Let's do it. What we're looking for here is to make sure we haven't moved the ballast too far back, which will induce rear end instability. I don't have what's going on here? That was weird. Very weird. My pedals are working, as you saw. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and now that's working too. Very good. Alright, so that ballast going backward has done exactly what I thought it would. It's now too far back. So 7 seemed like a good level. I just wanted to try that out to see if we could induce a little bit less.
The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive.
Your rear wing
Open the
looks
display with
damaged.
the MFD button. You
Did
can
it really?
then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
Alright, okay. That would have been weird. I wonder if that guy hit me. Whoever that was. Weight distribution. Let's just move back that way. Well, that might explain why. Oh, but maybe that was the DRS not working. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. It was weird how I had, like, my pedals stopped working. That was, my goodness. Doesn't want to turn that corner. You might need first there. That started well, hasn't it? Oh. Clattered that curb. Hang on, why'd that go red? Get out of the way. Too fast. This car's a little bit understeery for this track, I think. And by car, I don't mean the car, sorry, I mean the setup. We might have to put a little bit more wing on it. We did drop the wing, remember? To make us more competitive in a straight line. Got it in the end. Alright. I am tempted to put... I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Tire management. Let's do it. Next. Let's go to FP2.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Vettel, Hamilton, and Kimi Raikkonen. Thank you for joining us for free
Gasly
practice.
slowest. We've been doing a pretty good job against our teammate. We've out-qualified in both races, I believe. Yeah, and obviously we've beaten him home both races as well. Well, the team's happy with the result. The accrual of resource points seems to be a lot easier. Speaking thereof,
Your attitude during interactions with the media has a bearing on how you're considered by each team. Some value showmanship, others sportsmanship. Matching your behavior to the team's expectations will give us a stronger position during contract negotiations.
really, so I should be more of a showman, even though I don't really want to be. Fair enough. What did we want to do? Quality control. There we go. Make sure we get that wing upgrade, okay? Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the setup, the way that feels. It's still a bit loose at the rear, but we'll have to deal with that because I think it makes us a little bit more slippy down the straight, and I think that's going to be pretty important here because it seems, I mean, obviously the Toro Rosso is the weakest car in a straight line, so that's where we're going to suffer the most. This is our fuel management test. that was pretty comfortable in the end, wasn't it? Pretty comfortable in the end. There's management. Let's do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Far out. Just turn it down to none on the straight. And just... the bar just goes straight up. Skyrockets. Gaming the system. That will do for practice 3. Practice 2, sorry.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top 3.
14th fastest.
Raikkonen,
Again,
Vettel and Max Verstappen.
faster than Pierre.
That
Clonny, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Hey Nick, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Alright. That's right, I wanted to fix that problem with the notifications, didn't I? But I didn't do it because I'm lazy. What you gonna do? Alright, practice 3. Let's go. Guess it won't be too long. We have to start worrying about our component usage, I guess. But not right now. Let's just get out there and do our race strategy. Things are going well so far. We've got purple in everything. It's going good. Goodbye, Bollard. No one cared about you anyway. Can you have a check out my channel too? No worries, thanks, Cloney. I will. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I like my wheel too. It feels authentic. And Google Chrome notifications. There it goes again. Oh, thank you for the subscribe, Nick. Really appreciate it. Thanks very much. Looks like we're comfortably within the time targets, doesn't it? Car does feel just a little bit short on grip with the less wing we're running, but I think it's going to be better for us in the race on that main straight to be carrying less wing. I'm just going to have to deal with it in the middle of the lap. Do you also think they are much faster in a new game? I will get to that. I'm about to hit a massive long straight that goes for about 1.3 Ks, so I drove it at 100 to 105, now stuck at 96. I actually think the AI is slower in 2018, but they're much more aggressive. But I don't know, maybe I'm just driving better, I'm not sure. I've started this career on 100, which is where I ended my last, or where I was on 70. And I'm finding myself much more competitive in a garbage car. So, but they're definitely more aggressive. I was expecting to be back at the back of the pack in this car, but I've actually been able to. I scored points in Melbourne, and I should have scored points in Bahrain. Maybe it's just taking time to get used to the handling. because the handling I find is very different in 18 than it was on 17. So the physics feel quite a bit different. So maybe just you're taking some time to adjust to the car. You can certainly drive faster in these cars than what you could in the 17 cars. But they're certainly much more, they're much more realistic in 18 than they were in 17. Much more predictable. Very different. After 6 hours it should be, yeah. They are very different for sure. I keep going up. I'm used to it being at the other end. We are well under the target times. That's good. So qualifying pace. Let's do it. Yeah, I find the I also find the gathering of the resource points it happens much faster in 18 than it did in 17. I experienced faster corners are more difficult to get through. Yeah, I'd agree with that. The other thing I found is that the actual ERS mode that you're in actually has a significant impact on how much traction you've got. And how forgiving the throttle can be. So when you're in a qualifying mode like I am now, you've got to be super careful with your throttle application because you can spin up the rears very easily.
Okay, test.
Wow, we actually went 1.7 faster than the target. What does it think? Wow, it estimates we're going to qualify 5th. No way. No way we're going to qualify 5th. Surely not. That's insane.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the session then. Here are your top three. Hamilton, Bottas, and Wood.
We're within 6/10 of the Mercedes on the same tyre.
No points are on offer just yet. We'll be back.
I'm definitely on 100 difficulty. I'm not lying. I'm going to have to turn it up the way this is going. We're fighting for a podium.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went? You really went all out in practice today. Are you testing new components? It's the start of the season. How do you think things are going to go for you?
Oh, it's sportsmanship again.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Got to get Wade. The Force India drivers are going to be having a fight with each other. I'm looking really forward to qualifying now. As I said though, like it's, I feel like we shouldn't be as fast as what we are. Like obviously this is only my second time or third race now with my glasses, and I don't know whether my glasses have just made me better because I can see the road just a little bit sharper. Hey Sunraku, how's the AI treating me today? Much better. They were really bad in Melbourne. I guess that's what you're referring to. They were much better at Bahrain, and hopefully they'll be better here. For whatever reason, I think it was the same in 17. They really sucked at Melbourne. Very, very kind. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that compliment. And yeah, please do come back. You know, I love talking to you guys whilst I'm doing this. Qualifying, let's do it. Looking forward to this. There's no way we can't be in the top 5. We can't be in the front 3 rows, surely. Dare to dream, guys. Dare to dream. Thank you, Cheesy Train. You may have a Torsucker GIF in return for your follow.
From wherever in the world you join us today for this F1 qualifying session here in Shanghai, China.
Battle Magical Girls. Yeah, I've started the Ilya thing as well on FGO. Having fun with it. Haven't been able to roll for Ilya yet, but I'm thinking about getting some St. Quartz and going for it.
It's more about how you approach the risk, and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction, and over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong, and that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
Okay. So, yeah, I was going to say, just in regards to FGO, so, yes, I've started off the Ilya campaign. My friend got Ilya first roll. I got Blavatsky and Medea Lily, but no Ilya. Also a random Jack the Ripper. Yeah, see, I don't have... I've got Helena, so I could actually, I just realised I have got Helena, haven't I? I could put Helena in the team. I don't have any of the girls. So far I'm 4th in the world, did about 33 missions. Nice! Yeah, I haven't done that many. I think I've only done like the first few. But I might marathon it. So I've got a whole bunch of apples to use to keep my AP up. So everyone here is just watching this for F1 2018 is sitting there going, apples? Don't, magical girls? We're cutting my sand. But yeah, 4th in the world. That's nice, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Glad to hear it. As I said, I'm going to marathon a bit of it tonight. I was using Nox as an emulator, and obviously the latest update killed that. So now I've had to revert to my iPad, so I'm going to marathon a bit of it tonight, play through a whole bunch of it, and yeah, as I said, I might grab some St. Quartz and go into Gutcher and see if I can get some more MGs to roll in my team. Anyway, guys, look at this, qualifying, and I'm stoked. I'm really excited about this. Let's do it. You watch, now that I'm excited about this, it's going to be a massive fail. That wasn't good. Oh, no. This has been a crummy lap. I'm thinking about going to Force India just to fit in the theme of everything on your stream being pink. Why not? There's worse reasons to go to a team than the colour. Why do you think I'm driving the Toro Rosso? I like the Toro Rosso, the blueberry. Now, hopefully that's enough to at least get through Q1. That was a cruddy lap. That's not going to be representative at all, but I really don't want to have to go out and burn another set of tyres. We're faster than quite a few of our contemporaries. I just want it to be enough to get through. Geez, Pierre's on a 35.5. Yeah, I think we're through. We're a second faster than Gasly, and we made that colossal mistake. Oh, these glasses have done wonders for me. Watch out, I'm going for the esports. Going for the esports title. It's amazing what can happen when you can see the screen just a little bit clearer. Oh no, I'm not going to go to the top 3 teams. I had enough with the Honda engine in 2017, so I might want to avoid Toro Rosso. Yeah, I don't blame you. I was tempted by McLaren, but no. Certainly not Williams. It was going to be Renault or Toro Rosso, perhaps Force India. But I went Toro Rosso in here because I really like the look of the car. And I can say, oh, I'm in the Red Bull Young Driver program. Something like that. Okay, so tyre-wise, we should be already on a new set. We are. Let's get out there early and see if we can get in a lap that's already going to be enough for us to get through. I mean, if we're going to get through to Q3, let's do it right now. Gonna get held up by that Mercedes. Right, here we go. That's better. Much time on curbs. .4 off Raikkonen. Consider Williams just for the joke of having 2 Canadian teams and continue my streak of always picking a bottom 2 team. Ah, screw the Williams. I'm sick of the way it looks. It's looked the same for 50 years at this point. Change your livery. Although I think they will next year because I think the Martini sponsorship is up at the end of this year. 7th. Within striking range. Now they thought that with our lap we were capable of going 5th. To get 5th, we'd have to beat one of the Red Bulls. In fact, both of the Red Bulls. At 33, that's half a second. Most of it is in... We're 4/10 faster in the last sector. That's interesting. Probably that lower wing. How are we in the last sector? Look at that. In fact, our last sector times are right up there with the Mercedes and the Ferrari. I want to state McLaren, but saying this is a blasphemy for most McLaren fan. I hate the Papaya orange. That is blasphemy, Sunraku. The orange looks great, man. What's the problem? Go to Renault. Renault's yellow. That car looks good. Okay. I reckon we're probably safe. We're in by... Oh, geez, we are actually by 4/10, aren't we? Anyway, let's speed it up a little bit and see how we go. How we look with... We're pretty slow in the first sector, aren't we? Okay in the middle sector, killing it in the last sector. So that's the wing level that we've got. I reckon we're safe. I want to conserve the tyres. Have 2 runs in Q3. Hate it. Who's out? Pierre. Oh, Pierre was out in Q1. I didn't even notice. Our last sector is awesome. So that means the wing level we're running is going to make us nice and competitive on the straight. Hey Andy, how you doing? I'm finding it really good. I like it. I like it better than 2017. I haven't got a bad word to say about it, except the aggression of the AI. I might not want to go to a back market this year since I usually don't play many seasons. I don't want to play F1. I want to give NASCAR Heat 3 a try. Can't blame it. Maybe go for a middle tier, but as I said, maybe Renault. Perhaps Force India, like you said. Alright. Now, from it... So this is our second trip into Q3 in 3 races. That ain't bad, is it? Ain't bad at all. Use this set, because it's a mandatory set. Let's do it. No worries, man. Anytime. Thanks for jumping on the stream. Really appreciate it, man. Alright. I'm amazed at how competitive we are. Alright, let's see if we can find some time in the first sector. That's not how you do it, Matt. That's not how you do it. Ah. Yeah, I agree, Senraku. Bugger. Let's, how long's left in the session? 6 minutes. Let's bolt on the other tyres. And then see if we've got enough for another run at the end. Seeing people who like them and people who hate them. I reckon it's probably down to what level of AI you're running. I reckon the higher you run them at, the more aggressive they are. So if you run them at 100, then they're super aggressive. If you run them lower, they're probably less aggressive. Which means you don't see so much of the stupid stuff. That's just what I think. Take it or leave it. I went too deep there. I did not maximize that lap, and I think the lap time was pretty bloody good. 4th. That's surprising. I know, Senraku, I know. But I promise you, like look at that, it's on 100. I'm not lying. It won't go as well in the race. I'm telling you right now. But it feels too easy. It's just the glasses. They can see the track better. We're only half a second off the Mercedes. We're ahead of Ricciardo and Verstappen, wherever he is. Oh, we dropped down to 6th. We're all
set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top 3 are Hamilton, Raikkonen, and Valtteri Bottas. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
So we got rolled by Ricciardo in the end, so we didn't quite match what they predicted we would. But as I said, I didn't maximize that lap. So if I had have actually hit that lap betterer, likely would have been, it could have been 5th. I'm surprised by that. I really am surprised by that. We might have to turn up the difficulty. Like, look at this. Like, I'm destroying Gasly at the moment. Oh, 100's not the max. No, 110. 110's the max. It was the same in 2017.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
Playing 90 by the end of 2017. Yeah, when I finished 2017, I was on 100. That's why I was just like, I'll just continue it from here, because I assumed that the level would be the same. So, as I said, I feel like we're going well. We might need to look at bumping it up to 105. Maybe do it from the next race weekend onwards. Looking at the parts, we're still all in the green. The gearbox is 41% worn. It's not going to go the distance. All right, let's do it. Let's race.
Ever since the Sauber of Felipe Massa passed Jenson Button into Turn 1 at the very first Chinese Grand Prix in 2004, Shanghai has consistently provided close racing and extraordinary memories. It's where Lewis Hamilton effectively lost the title in his rookie year, and it's where Nico Rosberg claimed Mercedes' first win of the modern era in 2012. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles an hour, with DRS assisting the cars down the back straight before they brake into the sharp hairpin at turn 14. Joining me once again to take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony Davidson, and I'm very much looking forward to it getting underway. You raced here, of course, didn't you, back in your Super Aguri days in that infamous Chinese Grand Prix of 2007?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't last that long, though, unfortunately. Qualifying had gone pretty well, but my brakes failed quite early in the race, around lap 10 or 11, something like that. And of course, back in 2004,
oh, he's gone.
I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat? It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though.
Max disappeared, and Lewis Hamilton's gone as well.
Down into turn 14, and then you got turns 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo, Wood, Alonso, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, and Kevin Magnussen. Perez, Verstappen, Esteban Ocon, and Van Dorn. Sainz, Gasly, Charles Leclerc, and Sergei Sirotkin. Stroll and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Strategy. Wow, those ultras are going to go off very, very fast, aren't they? They're going to go very quickly. Straight in. Hey, corrupted off Nami program. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And hey, F1 Lucas TV. But hey to both of you, and you're new here. Awesome. Thanks for jumping on. I really appreciate it. All right, look at this. Those tires are going to be gone so quick. 4 laps we're in. And it's going to be way too much to try and make it a one stop because the medium's not going to last at all. So Deutsch XD. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't know any German, so yeah. There you go. German name. Nice. Oh, well, I'm happy to have a couple of Germans here. A group from around the world coming together to enjoy some crappy driving. Okay, I think we're just going to go with this. I'm trying to think about the strategy. I think we're just going to go with the default. 28.5 laps. Let's put in a bit of extra fuel so I don't have to worry about fuel. Let's do it.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
What's your tip for the race at Belgium? I reckon Sebastian Vettel will win in Spa. I reckon we might even potentially see a Ferrari 1-2. Potentially. Which means it won't happen. Ferrari's going to be stranded on the 3rd row. And then Hamilton will take pole and Bottas will be second. Hamilton's your tip? Well, I mean, well, you know what I'm happy about the most? Is that it's so close this season, or it's close enough this season, where we won't just go, oh, one of the Mercedes drivers or one of the Ferrari drivers. Although of late, of course, has been one of the Mercedes drivers. I'm glad that we can actually sit here and say, you know what, it could be Vettel, it could be Hamilton. And it wouldn't even take a very special performance from either of them. It's just that, you know, there's 2 competitive cars. It's just a shame that Red Bull aren't there, and Red Bull won't be there either next year. Let's hope that, let's hope Renault take a big step forward next year. I don't think Red Bull's going to be anywhere near it next year, in all honesty. But I hope I'm proven wrong. I mean, I'm a big Japanophile. I'd love to see nothing more than Honda step forward and get good results. There's going to be Verstappen. Verstappen on pole. Joester with a sideways. Verstappen on pole. Bottas second. Vettel third. There's a lot of V's in there, Joester. It's a triple V threat. Max is going to have a great second half of the season. He's been having a good run up until now. He's been very fast since Monaco. He's been right on it. Yeah, I think Ferrari's going to have the advantage at Spa purely off power unit, personally.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
There's a bag of nails somewhere around me. There we go. The AI into the back of me there. Yeah, Hulkenberg. Alright, let's see how this this low wing is working for us. Not much thus far. Well,
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
we've maintained 6th off the start. That's a good result. I'm not getting destroyed on the straights like we were at Bahrain in Australia. It's nice.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Man, we're actually keeping up with these guys. This is insane. Like, we're actually putting pressure on Ricciardo. Got a bit out of shape there, cost me some time. Oh no, I almost followed them in.
Careful on the tyres. Our data is showing some wear. Most likely you'll be able to feel it. We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
That was one of those ones where you're just following the other car in front, not paying enough attention.
Pit now.
Probably not right now, mate. We've still got 1.3 kilometers of straight to go. Oh, just drifting through that corner. That cost him some momentum. Whoops. 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 I was busy turning down my my thing. We'll just replay that. Flashback it.
Release. We'll be doing one more stop.
Whoa!
Stop left in us. What happened? Let me know you're okay.
Oh man, that car just broke into wheel spin. That was crazy. I didn't even have that much throttle down.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
We're still in front of Ricardo. Really struggling for traction. Hey, Google Chrome and Windows, how about you don't send me alerts? That'd be great. Thanks.
Pierre is in for his stop.
Guys, you guys are just smashing the comment section. Or the chat, I should say. It's impossible for me to keep up. But that's alright, I will review it when the race is over. I just saw the comment let go of Grosjean. I have to say I agree. I think Haas should get rid of Romain Grosjean. I haven't got anything against him, but he's not performing very well. And he's way too critical of the team. Over the radio. I'm pretty sure the problem with Ocon is that he's under a Mercedes contract. Yeah, that's the problem with Ocon. I don't think Mercedes are gonna let him go to be within a within the gambit of a one of the other manufacturers. But yeah, forgive me. I am only seeing. I am only seeing parts of the chat because obviously you guys are killing it right now. It's great. That's what I want. A whole bunch of people in the chat talking F1. Oh no no no! Why is that damaged the front wing? Ah. No, I don't want that. We're having a good race. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, that's better than damaging the front wing. See, that happened at Bahrain. And it really hurt us. Come on, little Honda, you can do it. feel like the biggest thing I need to learn in this game is patience. I don't know what Stroll was up to then, but anyway. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Those notifications shouldn't be happening. Something's happened to override my settings. That's only whatever it is has just happened today. It's got something to do with it's either Chrome or Windows. That's the first time today I've actually seen Chrome triggering those alerts, but those alerts should be muted. So whatever setting is activated, that's allowed Chrome to then start using the notification bar as unmuted the notifications. Well, I've got good news for you, Joester. With F1 2018, there is no Malaysia. It hangs off the calendar.
Tyres are looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now.
Bugger off with those bloody alerts. I'm getting really annoyed. In fact, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to fix it right now. Raikkonen has a problem. I'm going to fix this garbage right now. Because this is aggravating me. First I must remember how to. Notifications. Chrome off. New notifications. Mute. Good. Alright, there we go, guys. That should fix that. Hang on, let me just quickly read comments. So many looks for who can go where. I just can't. Would like to see Stroll somewhere other than Force India. I don't like Malay. Oh, yeah, I would said that. Maybe this year I won't rage at Monaco. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. It's going to be a grind again. Yeah. I only have F1 14 and 17, but my frames are absolutely horrible with F1. Yeah, I've had people say that about 17. I suck complete buck cheese at Monaco. Well, at least you're honest. Hang on, what's going on here? There we go.
Okay, clear.
So that'll be another position for us with Raikkonen out. No worries, Joseph. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, Raikkonen's up to speed again. He must have just been off. Need someone to redesign my stream page and stuff. Oh no. No, no, no. Fluffed it. Oh, come on! He left the door open. It's not fair, game. You're telling me I can't even overtake the guy without you busting my front wing? Come on. Come on, game. Come on. I think I might turn off the simulation damage. You can't. The AI is just too retarded. Like, they just initiate contact with you. I need someone to redesign your stream page. Yeah, I just do them by myself. That's why it doesn't really work very well. Oh, that's the second time in 2 laps I've done that.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
It's not relevant to your stream anymore. Just check out some other streamers and see what they're doing. See what the going thing is nowadays. I'm sure if you jumped on, I don't know if there's you know, you can pay people to do it or get on Fiverr or something like that and pay someone to do it for you. I'd say Verstappen is in a pretty good position. Unlike his teammate by the looks of it. Verstappen looks to be, I assume he's going to the end on those mediums, so... So there's certainly a threshold there that's getting triggered on 18 that wasn't there on 17, where you're hitting a certain level of wear, and the game alerts you to that fact. We've got to turn the deployment up. What would be nice for next game is if they got the actual team engineers to record the lines and hear them instead of Jeff. Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Or at least have different engineers for different teams. So if you change team, it actually changed your engineer as well.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
P6. Wow. With Perez in front. Oh, he's on the medium though. Though understanding Steiner and a beep bowl is hard, so maybe a good idea. Yep. Oh, I would have thought Senraku, as a French speaker, you'd be able to understand Cyril a beep bowl. Or am I just making racist assumptions? Oh dear.
Pierre is in the pits.
What you needed to hear was yesterday my impression of Franz Tost. And he sent me the welcome email to the team. I'm not apologizing for that, Franz. If you ever see this, give me a seat and I'll think about it. I promise I can trim down. Oh, look at the toe. He's locked up. We've got the inside line. Yes. I absolutely hate Frenchmen speaking English. They don't try to get pronunciation right. They don't care. That's what I've heard, that the French don't really care for English as a language. The advice I received is that if I do ever actually go to France, learn to speak some French, because otherwise I'll get no respect. And my response to that was, I'll just go back to Japan. At least in French Canada we care about pronunciation, right? We have an accent. Yep. I didn't have the mother and father of all accidents right then. Putting 2 wheels in the grass there. The Bottas is going to be too far in front of us. We've got no right to chase down a Mercedes. But if we hold on for 5th, I'll be stoked with that. What a great result that would be for the team. French people don't even get much respect, even in French Canada. Our French is completely different, yeah. That's a purple first sector. Oh, wow.
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
Come on.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Green flag, we're racing again.
VSC timing seemed better in this game, not as all over the place. Oh, we're P4 now. Someone, I didn't even notice that. And a solo queue to get out of bronze is complete AIDS. I haven't played much Overwatch. I did try a couple of the free weekends. A few people have bought Overwatch stuff from my online store. like Nendoroids, mainly just Nendoroids. Anybody here is wondering what that ad is, it pops up in the top left-hand corner every little while. It's an ad for my store rather than any sponsorship. It's my own business. I wish I had sponsors. I could do this full time. That'd be much better than going to work for a living. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All of a sudden I have no grip. I was dying but haven't played a comp since Season 5. I like to mess around and quick play with friends. Competitive is age as a whole. Yep. I guess so. Haven't done it. Take your word for it. I know I'm just interjecting on a conversation you two guys are having, so feel free to ignore me. First sector again. I'm astonished by that.
Of fuel remaining.
cost me a bit of time. I'm always on losing team, no matter how hard I carry. You'd be carrying me, that's for sure, Joester. I'm not very good at FPS games. Last lap. What a race. We are within sight of the podium. That's just crazy. I can't believe how competitive we've been around here. P4 and a Toro Rosso, thank you very much. Come on, mate, celebrate.
Nice work, you did well today.
You got to
I think
celebrate.
I'll be happy with that one.
Vamos, 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 vamos. Whatever that was.
A great win then for the Red Bull team today.
When oh, I just realised how dark it is. Let me fix that, guys.
Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
I think we'll chalk this one up to a deft touch on the brake pedal. That's
There we go.
allowed them to challenge down the inside into the braking zones, and ultimately, if you do that often enough, you end up winning the
Wow,
race.
I can't believe
It
we
was
got
great
fourth.
to watch as well, though, wasn't it? Forget strategy,
that crummy
forget
Toro
tyre
Rosso.
management. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned scrap?
And now it's time to wind
It
down
is a win for
and
us.
celebrate after that fantastic Grand Prix. Here they come, your top three, out onto the podium. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship.
How does it
Valtteri
affect the
Bottas takes
championship?
the lead of the
P8.
Drivers' Championship. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Max Verstappen, hasn't it? Very clean, very smooth. He can be really pleased with that one.
On to the constructors.
So
then.
I've scored all
It was
the
a
points
tough
for the
race
team.
our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us
Where's
next
Pierre?
time for another
15th.
thrilling instalment of this Formula One
How's our
season.
fastest lap? 36.9 was only 6 thousandths slower than the fastest lap of the race. Why the hell were we so competitive? I don't get it. I really don't understand. Like, look at that. Only 6 thousandths of a second slower than the actual fastest lap of the race from Verstappen. And faster than anything Ferrari or Mercedes managed. 36.9. Also, wow, like 1.7 faster than anything Gasly managed. I just don't understand why I was so quick around here. I've seen other people do the China race, so I haven't. It's not like it's the AI is really slow around there.
Really happy. Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing. Do you have any comments about the collisions? Great. Well, that's everything.
Hopefully they notice it as a positive. That was an unbelievable result. I'm so happy. When's our contract renegotiation? Is it right now or what? I would expect that our reputation just went. Oh yeah, look at that. Reputation went way up. So who were we most popular with? Williams, McLaren, Force India. Wish they told you which collision they're talking about. Yeah, all of them. There's a number of them. So I'm more popular with Mercedes than I am with Ferrari and Red Bull. Probably because of the sportsmanship versus showmanship thing. Also, there's no way to take the blame. You have to blame the car. Yeah, I know. I wish I'd be able to say, nah, look, it was fully me. I'm just pushing really hard.
That's a great result. You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
I'm sure you'll find one.
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
Hockenheim in the RB6 or the we'll do Hockenheim because it plays into our fact that we're driving for Red Bull. Hang on, I want messages. Well done, solid result. The boss of your race pretty much met expectations. I don't think there were too many deficiencies around the rest of the team either. If we can build on those next time, I think we'll be in good position. Nice, Gary. Contract negotiate. I don't know when you actually get to negotiate your contract. I don't think you have to wait till the end of the season to do it though. But anyway. Well, it's 5:10. We've done another. We've had another stream that was gone just on 2 hours for that race. I had a lot of fun, clearly, because you know that was great. Like really, really good. I don't know what else to say. Like I'm very, very happy with that. As I said, I keep saying it. I'm amazed how competitive we were. Your team prefers showmanship, but you have more sportsmanship. Yeah, I know. That's just purely down to media answers. So that might hurt me in contract negotiations. But we'll have to see. But anyway, for now, I want to thank everybody who tuned in to watch. Why does Sebastian's hair look so fake in that thing? Like, for whatever reason, Vettel's hair looks like he realised how bad of a haircut he had at the start of the season, and they've photoshopped it. Doesn't look right. Ricardo's and Hamilton's is fine, but Seb's haircut doesn't look right. Anyway, that's just me. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who tuned in to watch. We had quite a few people tune in this afternoon for this race, which I'm really, really happy about. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to those in particular who participated in the chat. I always love to see that, particularly Joester and Senraku. And I think we had a few others earlier on as well. Like, look at this. It's a heck of a chat history from you guys, and that's awesome. And you know, that's what I want to see. I wish, as I get more used to this game and it becomes more second nature, I'll be able to participate more in the chat whilst I'm racing. As a number of you who have been around since on my 2017 streams will know that's what I like to do. But at the moment, I'm still learning the game. It's not second nature yet, so I have to wait. But that's that. So again, thank you to everybody who tuned in to watch. Thank you to everybody who watches this later on the YouTubes and the Twitches and on the Facebooks. Be sure to throw me a subscription or a follow if you haven't done so yet. I've got the, you know, you'll see me how to find me in the bottom of the screen there. But you don't have to. I'm not one of those click like subscribe kind of people. But it does tell me that people like my content, so you know it invigorates me to do more. But that will do for now. Thank you very much to everybody. We might do another stream later on tonight, else we definitely will do at least one tomorrow. The third round of the Australian Automobilista GT3 Championship is on tomorrow night, coming to you from Monza. I'll be obviously participating in that in the Boatley. So yeah, that will be starting in about 14 hours time, I reckon, for practice and qualifying in the race. But that's your lot, as Will Buxton would say. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, everybody.